the game, 'cause see the boxing voice.
Thanks for taking the time. Aaron Cantu, the Boxing Voice, here with Coach Ronnie Shields. Coach, how has preparation gone this time around, and what was the emphasis in training camp with Jermell?
Well, the training camp has been great, man. We really had a great camp. Jamal feels really good, but the emphasis has been on one fight at a time. You know, before we go to another fight, we think about another fight, we have to do this one. And that's the most important thing. And we really just been concentrating on Willie Monroe. We're not looking at anybody else. You know, we got to take care of this business first. Once we take care of this, then we'll move on to the next one.
Now, I know you like to keep Jermell very sharp with the mitt work and whatnot, but is there a specific thing you're working on in training camp to fine-tune maybe something in his game?
Well, you know, we're always working on different things, you know. I always go back and look at the last fight, see what we need to work on. We go that, and, you know, we go back, we do that, and we just come back and straight fix everything, you know. We're fighting the southpaw this time, so it's a little bit different than what we fought last time. But, you know, we always can improve. And so that's what we work on every single day.
Now, you are fighting Willie Monroe Jr. He is a southpaw. Does that have a potential to pose any threats, the fact that he is a southpaw against Jamal?
It doesn't matter to us, you know. He's fought southpaws before. You know, he went the distance with Austin Trout, but we knocked out George Highland. So, you know, so it doesn't make a difference. I think the thing is that Jamal's confidence is really high. He feels really good about this fight, and, you know, we're just going to take it from there.
Coach Shields, what is something in Jermell's game that you feel like is maybe overlooked or underrated?
His jab. You know, Jamal has been dropping guys with the jab. You know, and you don't see that too often in the sport of boxing, especially against good fighters that's top 10 rated. You know, he's dropped guys. He's even dropped K9 Bunches, who was a champion, you know. So I just let you know that, hey, you know, you sleep on that, you know, he's going to get you.
Coach, you've trained a lot of great fighters. Where does Jamal rank amongst the fighters you've trained in your career?
Well, believe it or not, Jamal's still a young kid. You know, he's 28 years old, and, you know, but he's already a world champion, a one-time world champion. So once we get the middleweight championship, then we're going to keep moving up. But, you know, with all of the great guys that I've trained, you know, Jamal he's up there. He's up there with them, but, you know, but his potential, man, I think he's going to exceed them.
Given the current situation with the middleweight division, it seems like a lot of the fighters are waiting for that big fight, the Canelo, the Jacobs fight. Is it a little bit frustrating knowing that Jamal is the interim champion and he's kind of at, basically at the mercy of whenever they want to make that fight happen?
Yeah, but, you know, we have to be patient in this sport, and that's the thing about it. You know, just keep knocking off who they put in front of you, and the shot is going to come. You know, just like we had to wait to get the 154-pound title. You know, we got a lot of patience for the 160-pound title also. Look, sooner or later, Canelo is going to have to come to us. Danny Jacobs, Demetrius Andrade, you know, sooner or later, you know, these guys could keep running, but they can't hide.
Now, I want to ask you maybe an uncomfortable question, but what in the situation and the prospect of a potential fight between one of your other fighters, Lara, and Jermell, is that a situation that wouldn't really happen in the sense that you want to keep a relationship with Jamal? You wouldn't train Lara for a fight against Jermell?
Oh, I would definitely train Lara for a fight against Jermell. You know, look, this is a business. You know, it's nothing personal. You know, I've had my time with Jermell. You know, our time is up. You know, we outgrew each other. So he's moved on, I've moved on. And look, you know, all fair in love and war.
I appreciate your candidness. And then last question, Coach, I want to ask you about Efe. He's moving up very fast. His progression is great. What have you seen with him in his progression thus far?
Well, let me tell you something, man. This kid is undoubtedly going to be champion of the world. You know, this kid, he's young, you know, but we're taking our time with him. People want to rush this kid. He's 24 years old. He's still a baby in the sport. He still doesn't have his man straight yet, and he's already knocking guys out. So, look, we're going to take our time. We're going to do what we know how to do. Just move this kid along at a slow pace, and then when it's time, this kid's going to be a heavyweight champion for a very, very long time.
Last question on that topic. What do you think about a potential fight between Efe Ajagba and Joyce?
Well, you know, Joyce is 33 years old. So, you know, he's still 9 years older than Efe. But Joyce wants to fight Luis Ortiz. And I think that's what is going to happen next. That's a really, really good fight. Joyce is on the fast track. He's trying to help him get there because of his age. We're on the slow track. So, you know, in order for us to fight Joyce, it's going to have to be maybe 2-3 years down the road.
Appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you.
The voice of the people, the Boxing Voice. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to get notified anytime one of our videos drops.
Ain't no other sight in the game, 'cause see the boxing voice.